Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I'm going to share another book with you by Pierre Lambert. This one is called Walt Disney. It is pretty much a book featuring all different animated movies by Disney. It may include television shows also. Unfortunately, it's in French, so I can't really read any of it off to you. Here is a great picture of Walt Disney, signed, but obviously not really signed, just an old, probably a piece they used to mail out to people. And as you can see, there's a lot of writing in the beginning, and I'm doing my best to show you this without the glare. I had to prop it up on a Disney pillow just because the book is very glossy and it's hard to see some of it. But I can't see the stuff to read to you, but I will point out the pictures to you. These are early Mickey Mouse cartoons. And all of these are from actual cells. Most of the stuff in Pierre Lambert's books are either Disney archives or animation art owned by other people. So that's what a lot of these are. Some lucky people who have some of the early black and white animated Mickey Mouse cartoons. And here's some rough drawings. And the gloss isn't too bad on this book. It's, I don't know if it was done later or sooner than some of the other books, but some have such high gloss that they stick together. But this book is not like that, so that's good. I just went through one the other day looking and really scared me because it's actually lifting some of the varnish up off the book, which is ironic enough because a lot of the Disney stuff is older stuff, has to be repaired for particular reasons, and the books that he produces often have similar issues of things sticking. But these are a lot of the older series. This is one of my favorite animated series. It's Brave Little Tailor. And then this shows the entire layout. You can see where Mickey's house is. That's featured in the cartoon. It actually kind of zooms into his house, and you see him sewing some clothes. And everyone thinks he's talking about slaying giants when he was actually just talking about killing flies. And so the townspeople want him to go and kill the giant. It's a great short. If you haven't already seen it, it's on Disney Plus. Although oddly, the Disney Plus version, as far as last time I looked, is not the cleaned up version. Netflix used to show the cleaned up version, and it's odd that they had a cleaned version and Disney doesn't. I don't understand that. But so these are from the Brave Little Tailor when he's going on. He's explaining how he killed the flies when they think he's talking about giants. So it's very funny. There's some new, not new, but some cells of, here we go, there it is again from Brave Little Tailor. And a bunch of text. And then we move on to some sketches from Snow White, which was Disney's first full-length animated movie, which I absolutely love, especially the Queen. And here she is at the well wishing. I have a Snow White book also that I'll share with you at another time. Some more Snow White. And you can usually find these books still available. Some are expensive, some not so much. I think this one is not as pricey as some of the other ones I have. And some are actually in English and in French. So you can, when you're buying them, just check to make sure you, if you want the English version, to make sure it is in English. And I love these books because it's a lot of stuff you don't normally see in the movies, because movies are usually cut down to the scene, so you don't get to see all the beautiful artwork, which is the case a lot of times. My cat just unplugged my light, so hopefully you can still see this. Just love animals. Sorry about that. There's the witch when she turns into what's called the hag. And here's Pinocchio. Oh, the light's back on again. Look at that. Weird. This is from the beginning scene of Pinocchio. This is a really cool, highly detailed sketch. And to think a lot of this wasn't even in the movie. They're just sketching stuff out for ideas, but it's literally a masterpiece. I mean, it's just crazy. And the amount of detail that went into Geppetto's shop is pretty wild. All the crazy things he's created. This almost reminds me of like a hidden Mickey. It probably isn't, but who knows? I don't know how far back they started doing those. I love Pinocchio. It's one of my favorite animated cartoons. The newer live action was a disaster, which I kind of pretty much assumed ahead of time. Same with Lightyear. They just need to stop with the remakes. And speaking of remakes, I heard there's going to be a Disney finally announced Toy Story 5, which as much as I love Toy Story, I kind of wish they would stop because it had a great ending already, and now they're just going to keep continuing with the toys. I don't know who's going to own them now. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it'd be nice, of course, they make it so you buy more new merchandise and everything else. And it's funny, I still see Lightyear stuff on the shelf for regular price, and I'm like, you people are nuts. This is going to sit here forever and rot. Because prices are too high to begin with, and the movie was a flop. So here's Fantasia. Fantasia's alright. I do like some certain parts. Obviously, the one with Mickey Mouse, and then the Chernabog is a great part of the Fantasia also. And it wasn't a success, really, and I get what he was trying to do, but sometimes not everyone else likes your great ideas. I mean, the work in Fantasia is beautiful. It's not exactly my thing, but the Chernabog is a great part of the Fantasia. Here's Dumbo, another great movie. I love all the original Disney animated cartoons. It's when Disney was creative and didn't have to keep making remakes, although I know they're based on older literature, but just love the old Disney stuff. It's when they really cared. I mean, look at this. This isn't even going to be in the movie. And these are just insanely detailed. Just trying to show the woods. You don't see that anymore. I mean, yeah, there are some, they do release books with some of the stuff ahead of time, but I don't know. It's just more impressive to me doing this stuff as physical art on paper or whatever, and not in a computer. Not saying those people aren't talented, it's just a different type of talented. There's Flower, which we named our, one of our rabbits named Flower. And the other one is Thumper. There's the new Bambi book out for this. It actually came out a few years ago. I don't have that one, but I hope to eventually get my hands on it. Cinderella. I'm assuming this is Cinderella. Yes. That's interesting because pretty much all the rest of this was in English, unless there wasn't a French word for those particular things. But Cendrillon is Drillon. I guess it would be with an accent, but it's Cinderella, as you can see. This movie is not bad. It's not on my top of my list, but it's a good movie. Some more. I'm a huge lover of art, so here we go. Here's Alice in Wonderland. That's a trippy movie, and I actually even like the live action. Pretty much the first one, but it is a bit. It's a pretty trippy cartoon either way, but beautiful artwork. And here we go, Peter Pan. I love Peter Pan. I love the ride, and there's always a crazy line for it, and I always wonder why. Like, it's not high tech or anything like that, but it's always got a huge line at the parks. But I really enjoy this cartoon, and this is kind of humorous looking at this to me now, because when they recently updated the clock, they found that the clock doesn't actually have black numbers on it. They're actually a dark blue, and you can actually see it in newer photos. This is the little island they go to. And this book doesn't have a fake cell at the beginning. It just has, and here we are, and this is Belle. Actually, no, it's not. I'm sorry. I see this. I don't speak French. Belle. I didn't translate this one, but it's as you can see, Lady and the Tramp. Nice stuff stuck to my book here. Another great movie. Beautiful artwork in this movie. I mean, this scene alone is just a masterpiece. Love it. A lot of these are done in gouache, however you want to pronounce it. Beautiful work. I know what this one is because I showed you this other book. Can you guess what it is? Come on. If you guessed Sleeping Beauty, you are correct. Now, these are truly masterpieces. He was definitely born at the wrong time to be doing backgrounds. He's definitely like a Renaissance painter. It's actually just blows me away. I mean, the detail in this. This is why this movie took so long. And like I said, a lot of these are from the Disney archives. This is wild too, all this attention to detail, and there's tiny little people all along here. Beautiful. Yeah, Ivan Earl. Sorry, I forgot to tell you who it was. Ivan Earl is the one who did all the insanely beautiful backgrounds for Sleeping Beauty. I posted it in another one. Here's 101 Dalmatians. This is the first movie to Xerox their artwork. You definitely can tell in the style, it's definitely different. You can even see the shifting where the color is further away. It's very an interesting way they did it. Like, they drew a lot of the house things in the house in ink, used that as the outline, and then put it over the top of the backgrounds. It's hard to see in here, but a lot of this is, these characters are Xeroxed onto the animation cell instead of hand drawn, which was supposed to speed up production. And here's Merlin, I believe, A Sword in the Stone. Another great movie, but you can also see It's around the same time, similar artwork style to Dalmatians. I love the scenes. I have artwork I've never posted before. I'll eventually post that I've done from Sword in the Stone. This is like it is at Disney World when you have to pull the sword out. Usually adults don't get chosen for that, I noticed, but maybe I'll attempt when I go. I know it was such a big thing on the internet, which is so weird. And here's the Jungle Book. Another great movie. Oops, I missed a page for you. This is just beautiful artwork overall. I mean, look at this. And a lot of this you don't even see, so love the tiger from that. And that is it. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. And watch out for more giveaways. And I'll be live Saturdays. Bye-bye.